I'm wondering if you can take us and just to Tokyo a little bit more and describe these really unusual circumstances for our viewers because of a surge in COVID cases. There are going to be no
Sure.
spectators. Is that lack of support going to affect the athletes in any way?
You know, I'm not sure, Jackie. I wish I could tell you one way or the other. I've just never seen it except for this year. So historically, there aren't a lot of people in the stands anyway for swim meets. It's usually family and friends anyway. So we don't have big crowds as it is. And this year has given us a taste of empty stands. We have, whoops, sorry, my ear thing came out. We have we have literally had very few people, if any, in the bleachers or in the stands during this last 18 months when we have been in competition. So I I don't think it will affect them overall. If I'm a betting person, I don't think it will affect them because this is the Olympics. It happens every 4 years. This time it's every 5 years, and this is the pinnacle of success in our sport. We don't have a World Series. We don't have a Super Bowl. We certainly don't have an NBA championship that's every year. So having it be every quadrennium, and as I said, every 5 years in this case, I think you'll have everybody really excited to swim fast.
And I'm wondering if you can describe sort of the environment where you are right now. I know normally I'm covering Capitol Hill, and I feel like we're just bracing for everything to have to return back to pandemic times, wearing our masks and keeping distance because of the Delta variant. Are athletes and broadcasters sort of walking around with trepidation and sort of fear about potentially getting the variant right now?
I mean, listen, we're trying to do everything we can. I know my parent company, NBC. I know the JOC, the Japanese Olympic Committee. I know the Japanese government, the Japanese people are doing everything possible. I promise you, they're doing everything possible to make sure this is the safest and securest Olympics that we've ever had. It for me, and we wear a mask everywhere. Like I said, we're in a figurative quarantine. We don't go out to restaurants. We eat at the hotel. We have the screens um, between our meals where we don't eat individual. I mean, we don't eat in groups. Um, and I feel very, very safe. I really do. Of course, you know, I've had the vaccine, obviously, and I that's one reason, but also I also believe in the Japanese people. I used to work for a Japanese company, Jackie, and for 7 years, and I can tell you they're some of the most kindest, gentlest, gentle, um, wonderful, smartest people on the planet. And if anybody can pull it off, it will be this country. So I couldn't be more excited for the next couple of weeks.
Their vaccination rates are certainly an interesting contrast to what's going on in the US right now. But do you think that Olympic organizers should have potentially considered delaying the games one more year after the spike that we've seen in Japan from the Delta variant?
Hindsight's a beautiful thing, and it's really hard for me to answer that, Jackie, because I am not an expert in this at all. I'm some dopey, ex swimmer that just loves calling swimming. And I don't want to be a fence sitter here and tell you something that maybe I have a feeling one way or the other, but I really don't. I just know that my Olympic dream was taken away in 1980. I made the Olympic team in 1980, long before you were born, and there was a boycott in 1980, and we were not allowed to compete. And so my dream took 8 years to be fulfilled when I swam in 1984. Um, and I know these athletes uh, are training extremely hard, and they've kind of put their lives on hold to get through this last year, 18 months. And I know they're doing everything possible in the Olympic Village and outside the Olympic Village to be as safe as possible. So it's a hard question to answer. It really is. But I think overall, I think we're going to have an incredible Olympics, and Olympics that the people of Japan will be proud of, and certainly the people of the United States will be really looking forward to watching.